Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Dice Check. Today we have a very special episode of Tom and his Imperial Knights.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Army review.
They're finally here.
Yeah.
They're finally here.
I've been working so hard.
Sleepless nights.
Dude, it has been so much work.
Dude, these are looking pretty awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
What
is this?
What is this? What do we have here?
So yeah, this is the overall beginning of my Imperial Knights. This is a Porphyron.
That's a big boy.
This is a big one. This is a Forge World model. He's not completed yet. I just got his base coat on. I'm not done with his theme yet. Still trying to figure it out. The majority of the things you're going to be seeing first in the battle reports and stuff that we'll be doing, I'll be using a lot of these ones. So
Right. Porphyron's funsies.
yeah, Porphyron was
Funsies.
like, I had an opportunity to get one, and I was like, I'm gonna get one. And then we have a Dominus class Castellan. He is the biggest one of the Questoris Knights. He's got all the
big
guns.
guns, right?
Yeah, he's got all the guns.
He's definitely well known.
Yeah, dual
A
reactor.
lot of people know what a Castellan is.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we have 2 Armiger Helvrons so far. I don't know if that number is going to go up or down, but when we have them. We have a Cerastus Knight Lancer.
Pretty cool.
I love that thing. That's why.
it's pretty
It's
cool.
funny because it wasn't my favorite for a long time, and then when I finally started reading about him, I was like, oh yeah, no, I like that one. Then we have a Knight Errant right here, and then we have a Paladin, and at the very far side there we have a Gallant.
This is my favorite.
That one,
We'll get to him.
Yeah,
We'll get to him.
I've done a lot of converting on these. I've done a lot of custom stuff. I will admit now, I only didn't paint 2. Everything else I painted and modified myself. The only 2 I didn't paint were these ones right here. This was actually
Those are the best looking one.
You shut up. Shut your mouth. This one was, I found it online at Warp Rider Games.
Oh, nice.
And I got it for a great deal, and it would already match my color scheme, so I was good to go. And the same thing with this one. This one I actually got from Russia. It took almost a month to get here, and when it arrived, it was in 1,000 pieces. But I put it back together, and there it is. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it was great. I mean, for how much I got it for online, it was awesome.
How'd you get all of them? How did you get them?
I built one completely from the ground up, which is that one. Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah, my Beast Knight. We'll go over the theme in a little bit, but yeah, that one I built completely from the ground up from the Canis Rex kit because I wanted all the weapons.
Right.
And it's funny because I used none of them.
Extra
on him.
biddies.
Yeah, basically I took everything and didn't use it on that one. I used them on different ones. And then after that, I was able to find online, eBay, they had 2 knights, the Paladin and the Errant. They were in pieces, really poorly, like just spray painted. But I was like, you know what? They kind of fit. Like I wanted to go with something like that, so I picked those 2 up.
So definitely some good finds.
Oh, all of them are fine, except for this one. But they're all finds.
You expensive bitch.
Yeah, that one like. But I had to.
Yeah, dude, that's like one of my favorite ones. I don't even like Imperial Knights, but the Porphyron, I'm just like, that's
the lore behind that thing is the coolest.
Sexy bitch.
Yeah, but the same thing with the Armiger is all eBay. Everything I got pretty much from eBay. I built the Canis Rex kit, and everything else was because I knew I was going to be doing so much customizing.
Right.
I wanted them already sort of built.
Right.
So
that's one of the things that I hate the most is building. That's why I have my wife build.
Yeah.
She builds, I paint.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I totally agree.
Works
I mean, I like building, so.
Why Imperial Knights? Why did you choose them?
So I chose Imperial Knights because the channel was, you guys mainly, was the first reason.
Don't blame them.
Don't blame them. No, I have to blame you. It's so I can, sleep. You guys were in the chat. You guys wanted to see Imperial Knights on the channel, and I took it upon myself because I also am a huge giant robot fan. I'm not going to say that I was a Gundam Wing fan, but I was a Gundam Wing fan. And I got
a good fan to be it.
Yeah, that's why I chose Tau as like my first army, battle suits. But I always liked Knights because they were just giant killer robots. Pacific Rim is one of my all-time favorite movies. And I thought, you know what? Like, if there was ever a better reason to get into it right now for the channel, people are wanting to see them, it's totally my playstyle. Being upfront and doing wreckage.
They weren't so pretentious, man.
I'm working around that. But yeah, so that is solely the reasons why you guys in the chat wanted to see them, and I love giant.
And now
killer
Tom's broke.
robots.
Thanks, guys.
I am not wealthy. I am wealthy in models.
I am rich in
I'm rich in models.
plastic.
But that's been each one of these nights is like $200 to $400.
So, theme. Let's go and.
So
start
this
talking
is a
about
very
theme.
special theme. I don't know if you guys can pick up on it. I'm hoping you can. But I decided, and I'm going to get so much guff for this, but I'm so excited about this.
Well, why this theme?
So, two reasons.
Because it's kind of funny. I'm not
There's
gonna
two
lie.
reasons. There's two reasons. The first one is to convince my significant other that I was going to be spending lots of money on this model, on these models. I made it a theme that she liked. And also, I've never seen it before. So my knights come from the Avalon Prime system. And they are based on Disney characters. So each one of these knights is a Disney prince. It sounds so dumb me saying it out loud.
It's like.
But yeah, so
this is it.
I went with, I have the whole Disney theme. I have like a full repertoire of lore that I've built for it. We have Arthur from Sword in the Stone. So Arthur is actually the High King.
Nice.
And all of these are his exalted court.
Mm-hmm.
The Lancer is actually Prince Philip from Sleeping Beauty. They have all the different names for exalted courts,
Mm-hmm.
but basically in the rank it would be the Sword, Master of Judgment, which is right here. This is actually Prince Eric from Little Mermaid.
Yep.
He's
trident.
got the trident.
Sick.
Yeah, so I wanted to give them some weapons that were kind of like more towards them.
Right.
So he's a knight paladin, and he is Eric because he has a rapid fire battle cannon, and Eric was a captain of a ship with
awesome.
cannons.
That's
you
awesome.
know. And so as his weapon, he has the Thunderstrike Gauntlet holding a trident. And I figured, I could proxy that as a chainsword.
Yeah, something. But it's still pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Dude.
so he's got the trident. Then we have Aladdin, or Prince Ali. He is. He has the thermal cannon, so he's the errant. He has the thermal cannon, and I figured,
Why, 'cause it's hot in the desert?
Yeah, it's hot, And he's also. I gave him the sword of Agrabah, which is a very
Dope
large,
scimitar.
scimitar. Same thing. He's got a Thunderstrike Gauntlet and holding the sword, so it could be either or.
Yep.
And then we have one of my favorites.
My favorite.
Yeah, we have Prince Adam, who, for those of you who watch Disney, know who that is. But if you don't, that's actually Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. So Adam is the gallant. He's the melee knight. I gave him 2 chain fists, a custom faceplate.
Yep.
That's actually called the Beast Knight, which I found on like Thingiverse, I think.
Yeah.
And all of these guys, mind you, too, are color schemed towards their colors. So the only one who isn't really is Arthur, just because I was like, well, he wears brown, and in the Disney film.
Honestly, I love the gold, dude.
Yeah,
High
so I
King,
was like,
it fits.
exactly. He's covered
It
in
looks
marble.
really
They
sick.
have marble bases.
Yep.
Philip, though it is a Mechanican color scheme, that is actually what he's red. He wears red and black and brown accents. Aladdin actually has the feather. Thanks to Mark, actually, he painted that.
Yeah, crappy feather.
Yeah.
That Tom he makes me feel like I did something cool.
Yeah. But if you look at all of them, their color schemes are with the outfits from the Disney characters. So the Beast is brown. He's got a red cloak. It's kind of tattered.
Yep.
The Armigers are going to be tied into a custom Space Marine army I'm doing just for the color scheme. They're called the Night's Watch. And the Armigers have the paint
More
scheme.
support, right?
Yeah, for support, exactly. So the support is going to be done by the Night's Watch, which people think from Game of Thrones, but it's actually KNIGH, which for, Imperial Knights. This is Porphyron. It's not fully painted yet,
One
but
of
he
my,
is.
my second favorite.
Yeah, he's actually going to be Hercules.
Which is awesome.
Yeah,
I love
I'm
it.
really excited about that. There's been some talk, Mark and I were talking about painting on some of the pottery from the
Yeah.
Disney movie.
Yeah.
This Hercules is a personal favorite of mine. He's always my favorite Disney character, even though it's like Greek mythology too.
Yeah, but still. It's
been
still
my
awesome.
favorite for a long
Porphyrion,
time.
big bulky
Huge,
dude.
giant thing. Yeah,
Hercules. That's what's up.
He's basically a titan.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, so that's the theme. I'm really excited to bring them out, and I'm really excited to see how well they perform. you know?
Oh, dude, they're nice. They. Well, so we've actually played a couple games already, where I actually played my Gene Stealer cult against your Imperial Knights.
Yeah.
And you want to?
It was close.
Yeah. So he actually ran Beast Knight all the way up the board.
Yep.
He blew up something. He blew up a truck, a Goliath rock grinder, and then he
Several.
Yeah. And then he also blew up another one. And the guys that came out of this Goliath rock grinder, he used like a stratagem or something to pick up the rock grinder.
Yeah,
the
with
second
the,
one
with
he
the
blew
Thunderstrike Gauntlet, when you
Yeah.
destroy something, a vehicle, you can roll and use the stratagem, and you'll pick up the vehicle and throw it and
Yeah.
cause mortal wounds to the closest enemy.
Yep. So I had like a 5-man like a little Gene Stealer cult unit. 2 of them died from disembarkation, and then he picked up the rock grinder and then
killed
smashed
the
the
rest
other
of the
3.
unit, yeah.
It was the most epic thing ever. I
Yeah,
loved
I'm
it.
really excited to get into some of that. I don't think they're going to be super competitive, but I'm really excited to
still
kind of bring
really
in just
awesome.
like how these guys do damage.
Yeah,
Like it is
it's pretty brutal.
gnarly how much damage they do. And surprisingly, I could fit 4 knights in a list. I figured it out. Without running Armigers. I just run 4 knights. So
You said this was the only one you built.
Yeah.
But there's also some customization.
there's a lot of customization, a lot of magnetization. All of these on the Cerastus and the Beast Knight are magnetized. A lot of 3D printing, a whole bunch. Really been a labor of love. Building them is it's actually really satisfying.
Really?
Yeah, I really like building knights because there's a very like specific pattern. You start with the legs and you work your way up. As you do it, you get to a point where you want to spray paint them and all their armor pieces. And it's so nice because they're such big models and the pieces are so big that when you're building them, you've got all the room in the world to paint. You've got so much time to be able to take into it. The detail work is really fun on them. And even magnetization, like the Beast Knight is like his arms are fully magnetized.
Yeah,
they're
you
all
can
3D
move
printed.
them
He
around
can
and-
completely pose himself. That was really fun to do because I got to get my drill bits and practice magnets, and it was hard but really satisfying. I'm really proud of building the bases. So the bases, I've always seen like marble paint tutorials and how people do them, and I was like, I want the marble to shine.
Yeah.
And so I bought, I made a bunch of bases, and I actually bought online the sticky mats that go inside of like your cupboards
Yeah.
for like your cups and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were like, marble. I was like, that. So
Perfect.
yeah, I took that. It's got its own adhesive. I was able to put them down and shave them into shape. So it was, even the clear bases for the Armigers, I made those from acrylic using a laser cutter. Programmed it,
Pretty awesome.
designed it. Yeah, it was, like I said, it's been very, very much involved for me. I mean, even doing my like Tau army, not nearly as involved as I have been with these.
Blood, sweat, and tears, man.
Yeah, full blown, my own design on customizing things. I had help from my buddy Ryan, 3D printing all the parts. That trident took forever.
Yeah, that one was brutal.
Yeah, Ryan almost killed me because of it.
Lore-wise, I mean, you already kind of talked about how they're like Disney and whatnot,
They're all
which
Disney,
is pretty
yeah.
awesome. And we've talked about the lore a bunch, and it's awesome. I really love the ideas that you came up with as far as it. So, you want to elaborate on each one? Like, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I mean, it basically, there's going to be more. We'll probably talk about it in some other episodes. I'm really going deep into the lore. And if you guys like it, comment and let us know. And I'll be happy to do just a video on lore if anybody wants. But they were a universe, not a universe, but a solar system that after the heresy, they signed up, basically. The High King signed up with all of his barons, which are all the princes, to join the Emperor's Crusade. And their deal was that their worlds were such paradise because they used to have villains.
Right. You were saying that it was like magical. Like,
Yeah,
there was,
they were enchanted. I
Yep.
mean, these planets have dwarves. They
Like
have
straight
elves.
up paradise.
Yeah, they come from a full-blown paradise kingdom and multiple worlds, but they were plagued by various demons like Slanesh and Nurgle. Some of them called them Maleficent, and so when the Emperor, arrived during the Crusade, they were like, hey, we're going to join you. Arthur was like, my knights fight with you. You have all of us. They all have their own siege castles. And they embarked on the Crusade. Well, they got lost. They were sucked up into a warp storm.
Or their system was sucked up into a warp storm. Or were
They were.
Oh, they were.
So
okay.
yeah, they were sucked up. Their fleet was sucked up into a warp storm, and nobody's seen him for hundreds of thousands of years. Well, now they're back. They've shown up, and what you've come to find out is that through their journey through this warp, they've just been showing up at random spots throughout the universe.
Yeah, almost like Legion of the Damned.
Exactly, yeah, and they've just been fighting. And they've lost a lot of their auxiliaries. They've lost a lot of their support. Their own chapter of Space Marines that was, set up to help them is dwindling. They're on their last reserves, and they've now finally exited the warp. And all they can think about is home, because they gave up their home to journey on this trip, never to return.
Yeah, and realizing that basically
the universe is not what it was when they left.
Yeah, and they dedicated themselves to the Emperor.
Correct, and now that the Emperor's dead or sitting on the Golden Throne, they've realized, like, oh my God, like, we need to get back home. And their Space Marines that were with them are now resupplied with Primaris.
Right, because the Emperor basically promised them protection. Like he promised their
the
their
Inquisition.
homeland.
The Inquisition did.
Right, promised
So-
them protection, and now that the Emperor, he's on his last legs, they're looking for home. They're looking for their paradise.
Well, and that was the thing, is like they left that paradise knowing that they would never return. But now that the Emperor is gone and the universe is not like it used to be, all they can think about is returning home, disregarding that oath they made, and returning home to make sure that the Emperor held up his side of the bargain.
Right.
Which alludes to, if I eventually create a Chaos Knights list, I can turn these guys
Dude,
into Chaos.
that is awesome.
Yeah, so I may get the same models and
Yeah.
build them into Chaos.
Oh, that's
it's
so
kinda,
cool.
That's my theory,
That would be really sick.
But yeah, that's what I'm working with.
That's gonna wrap it up for this episode, guys. Thanks for joining us. Be gentle to Tom. He did put a lot of love and care into these guys.
Oh, if my
So-
painting sucks, it sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know, but
I tried, but this is all me. This has all just been my
Yeah.
labor of love. So, I mean, if anybody wants to criticize it, you're welcome to it. I mean, I do. I do.
Don't be mean to Tom. I'm already mean enough.
Yeah,
you don't need
it's okay. You can't hurt my feelings. But anyway, I'm just happy to bring them to the game and to show you guys. You know, them
definitely.
For the
I
stream.
can't wait to play them again, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So,
Yeah, so
thank you
again,
all.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
That's going to be it for this episode of the Army Reveal. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you guys think. Even comment on the lore. We'd like to hear about maybe any lore ideas that you can give Tom. And
Yeah, if you guys like it or hate it, tell me.
Yeah. So that's going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you on the next episode of
Dice check.
Dragon Ball Z.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because it's fucking awesome.